Hey guys, what's up? This is White Boy for the win, and welcome back to Y Mega Evolve. Now today is Wednesday, and when it comes to Wednesdays, it's the Y Mega Evolve video's own special day where I pretty much talk about Pokemon that I've done in the past. Now a couple things before we actually get into the main video. First things first, I'm talking a little bit quieter because I'm recording this around 2 o'clock in the morning. I've just been busy pretty much all day and pretty much breaking the fourth wall here, but it is actually Wednesday morning when this video is supposed to be going up later today. So yeah, like I said, I was just pretty much been busy all day, and I really never had the chance to actually sit down and record this, so I have to do it now. And also, if my audio sounds a little bit quieter, I do apologize. When I was setting up to pretty much start recording this video, I accidentally pressed a couple of keys on my keyboard, and I've been sitting here for like the past half an hour trying to figure out what the hell I did just to try to fix it, and I just can't figure out what the hell I did wrong. So if the audio sounds a little bit quieter, I do apologize, and if I can't get it fixed within like the next couple of episodes of just Y Mega Evolve videos, then I do apologize, but you probably won't notice the difference until probably after next week, considering that I do have videos pretty much already up until next week. So on that following Monday, if it does sound like a little bit quieter, then I'm gonna have to change my where I record these videos. So that's pretty much all I gotta say. So I do apologize for the little long intro, but like I was saying, today is Wednesday, and when it comes to Wednesdays, the Y Mega Evolve video's own special day where I pretty much talk about Pokemon that I've done in the past. Now there's actually a story behind this Pokemon, because if you cannot tell by the picture that you see on your screen, and also by the thumbnail and the title, we are going to be re-talking about Snorlax. Now Snorlax has a special place in my heart. It has sentimental value to me. And I just love this Pokemon to death. It was my original favorite Pokemon growing up, and it still is to this very day. I know I keep saying that I love this Pokemon, love that Pokemon, it's in my top 3, but Snorlax is like my all-time #1 favorite Pokemon like ever, just because if you guys ever seen like my face cam videos, then you guys know that I'm a big dude, and I relate a lot of with like my body weight with Snorlax, obviously considering Snorlax is a fat Pokemon. But there is a story behind this, and I kind of wanted to share with you guys. But anyways, like I said, Snorlax has a very sentimental value to me, because when I was growing up, I played Pokemon religiously, and when I catch Snorlax, I always had to have him on my team. Now I was a person who grew up playing Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green. I never had the chance to play Red, Blue, and Yellow, just because I didn't have a Game Boy and I didn't really know what Pokemon was back then. So I started with pretty much their remakes, and those are actually my favorite games like ever. But every time, like I said, I catch Snorlax, I had to have it on my team just because I loved the Pokemon to death, and also it was a fat Pokemon, which related to me a lot, because when I was in elementary school, a lot of people used to call me Snorlax, like here and there, occasionally. It's not like it was a religious thing that people called me. Now, but when it came to middle school, really nobody like called me Snorlax anymore, just because they were at that age where they were like, oh, I'm too old to play Pokemon now. So they pretty much stopped playing Pokemon for a couple of years, and then when they got to high school, or should I say when we all got to high school, they pretty much started to play Pokemon again. And I was like, you know what, I don't give a fuck, I'm gonna keep playing Pokemon even if it is a child's game. Now when I got into high school, it was freshman year, I decided to join marching band with my best friend. Actually, I would say a couple of my best friends, and one of my best friends actually started to call me Snorlax again. We were just pretty much talking about like the old days back in like elementary school and all that, and we were pretty much reminiscing about how my nickname was in sense Snorlax. And for whatever reason, and I actually am glad this happened, but as time went on, like freshman year through senior year, like the name kept catching on, because I'm a big dude. Like if you see a fat guy on a drum, people are like instantly gonna be turning their attention all on you. And that was pretty much me during high school. Like freshman year, just like my bandmates pretty much calling me Snorlax, and then when other people like throughout the years like heard like my nickname was Snorlax that were outside of band, a lot of people started to call me Snorlax. And then probably by the like the beginning of junior year, close to the end of junior year, like that nickname stick. Like even people who didn't know me knew me because I was in drumline. Because if you're gonna be in like a club in high school, join drumline because it's going to give you a lot of attention, and that's what it did to me. Like drumline was like the best thing that actually happened to the school. And since I'm a big dude, I played the biggest bass drum, marching bass drum actually. And like I said, people kept calling me Snorlax. The name stuck. Like people didn't even know my first name, they just called me Snorlax. So Snorlax, like I said, does have a little bit of sentimental value to me, and also it's my all-time favorite Pokemon, and I just really been wanting to talk about it. So sorry about the little story, I just wanted to share that with you guys as well. And also there's another reason why I wanted to talk about Snorlax again, was because when Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire were still having leaks about new Mega Evolutions, Snorlax was a potential leak to be getting a Mega Evolution in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. And long story short, obviously, since you're watching this video, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire has been out for a while and we don't have a Mega Snorlax. So I'm hoping that when it comes to Pokemon Sun and Moon, if we do get more Mega Evolutions, I'm hoping that at least one of the Pokemon from like the Kanto region, or aka Gen 1, that to receive a Mega Evolution is Snorlax. It's not really necessarily needed, but since there was since a little bit of a leak, I would love to see a Mega Snorlax, just because I would like to see what kind of design and how well it would do in competitive play. And also it is my favorite Pokemon, so obviously I would like to see a Mega Evolution for this. So what I tried to do for this video is that I didn't really want to overpower Snorlax, just because I know that whatever I'm going to do to it, people are not necessarily going to agree, and they're going to be saying in the comments, oh, you only did that because Snorlax is your favorite Pokemon. So I tried my best to not like be overly attached to the Pokemon where I'm going to make this thing like better than like Mega Rayquaza, for example. No. So as you can tell from what I've done to its stats, I did increase only 3 stats, and I decreased its special attack from base 65 to base 45, and its speed from base 30 to base 20. That way I have 30 extra points to distribute into its other stats. Now the reason why I decreased those 2 stats was because, for one, it's not a special attacker, and nor will it ever be. Now Snorlax is one of those like OG normal type Pokemon that pretty much got access to a variety of like move typing. So like I got access to like Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, like Flamethrower, like those types of moves that normal Pokemon that originally got from Gen 1. So like I said, it's not a special attacker, nor will it ever be. So I just decided to decrease its special attack from base 65 to base 45. That way I have 20 extra points to distribute into its other stats as well. And same thing for its speed. Like Snorlax isn't a Pokemon to be made to outspeed a lot of things. It's supposed to be, in sense, be able to take a lot of hits. And the only time this thing is going to be fast as fuck is if you actually have Mega Snorlax, or just Snorlax in general, in a Trick Room team. Then this thing is probably going to be like the fastest Pokemon on the field until Trick Room expires. So, like I said, I decided to decrease its speed by 10 points and special attack by 20 points. That way I have 30 extra points to distribute into its other stats. Now for its physical attack, I increased it from base 110 to base 170. Now, obviously, if you look at Snorlax's move pool, it does get access to a very good amount of physical attacks. And besides, like, getting a good amount of physical attacks, it gets access to various typing moves that can actually benefit it in competitive play. It gets access to the elemental punches, it gets access to Curse, Earthquake, Seed Bomb, Zen Headbutt, Double Edge. Like, I can keep going on and on and on, just because Snorlax just is a Pokemon that gets access to a very good well-rounded move pool. But Snorlax, like I said, is a physical attacker, and I wanted to increase it a good majority of the points into that stat, just because, like I said, it is a physical attacker, and I feel like base 170 is a very, very balanced base stat for a Mega Snorlax, because without the Mega Evolution, base 110 for Snorlax. I've seen Snorlax put in a lot of work with just having leftovers and curse and power up punch and all that, so it does like do work in competitive play, and I just like to see this thing like be a lot more powerful when it comes to competitive play with like base 170, because this thing does get access to like curse and power punch to increase its physical attack, and I feel like for a Pokemon like Snorlax, base 170, like I said, is a very balanced base stat. Now, for its physical defense, I increased it from base 65 to base 110. Now, if you look at Snorlax, obviously it looks like this thing can be very, very bulky just because of how it is and how it looks like as well. But sadly enough, its physical defense pretty much lacks on like the bulkiness. So what I wanted to do is that I wanted to increase its physical defense to base 110. That way, it can like take a lot of hits. This thing can be very, very bulky because once again, this thing does get access to curse and pretty much increasing both of your physical attack and physical defense, but dropping your speed. That is actually going to be a very, very good set, I would say, for a Pokemon like Snorlax, just because now its physical defense is going to be base 110, plus with curse being as a move that Snorlax can get access to. I feel like that move is probably going to be broken on a Pokemon like Snorlax, so base 110, I feel like it's a very balanced base stat for Mega Snorlax. Now for its special defense, I increased it from base 110 to base 135. Now obviously its special defense and physical attack do have the same base stat as at base 110 without the Mega Evolution, but at the same time I didn't want to overly increase its special defense, just because obviously Snorlax does have some special defensive bulk behind it, just because like base 110 for its special defense and its HP being at base 160, this thing is literally going to be eating up special hits for days. So like I said, I didn't want to overly increase its special defense all that much, and I feel like base 135 for a Mega Snorlax is, like I said, like balanced. So I didn't want to overly increase it. Base 135 I feel like is very, very balanced. Now as a regular Snorlax, its base stats at 540, and with a Mega Evolution it's going to be at 640. Now for its ability, I decided to give it a new ability that kind of corresponds with like how Snorlax is and like its design and all that, and pretty much I didn't explain this all that much in its physical defense because I wanted to save it for its ability, but pretty much when you're like I'm gonna compare it to me and Snorlax as well, but like I'm a big dude, okay, and like when someone punches me, like I feel it but it doesn't hurt, and that's how I feel like Snorlax should end up, because it's such a fat Pokemon, and literally if someone punches it really good, all you're gonna see is like ripples, and it's like gonna scratch off like it was nothing. So I decided to give it a new ability called Ripple Knife. Now what Ripple does, pretty much fighting type moves are weakened by 1.3, and that is also including special attacks and physical attacks. Now the reason why I've given it this type of an ability is, like I said, because of how it is and how it looks, because it is a very, very fat Pokemon, and I guarantee you, like if a Pokemon like Infernape punches this thing, Snorlax is probably gonna scratch off like nothing ever happened. And Ripple, obviously, if you punch a fat guy, that like their gut is going to just start doing a little ripple effect. So that's where the ability name came from, and I feel like its effect of what it does, pretty much weakening fighting type moves by 1.3, is going to make this thing a lot more. It's going to be a lot better, just because, like I said, if you cannot tell by its typing, I didn't add on another typing nor got rid of its normal typing. It's just like straight normal typing, regardless, just because I feel like just flat out normal typing is the best in typing for Snorlax, and or should I say Mega Snorlax as well. And with its only weakness being fighting, I feel like giving an ability like Ripple, which pretty much, like I said, once again, fighting type moves are weakened by 1.3, will make this thing a lot more bulkier. Now if you're going to hit this thing with like a Flare Blitz or like a Double Edge, it's still going to do the same amount of damage as it would as like whatever damage calc does. So once again, like it's just fighting type moves, just because it's its only weakness. And if you're like I said, I'm a big dude. If someone punches me, or should I say, if someone punches Snorlax, he's probably gonna scratch you off like nothing ever happened. So I feel like that'd be a really good ability. And for its typing, like I said, I left it alone. So with all that, there is Mega Snorlax Part 2. So anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, and also don't forget to comment and subscribe. I'm sorry this video was a little bit longer than others, but I had to tell you guys that the audio is kind of fucked up, and also there was a story behind Snorlax as well about why he's my favorite Pokemon, like my all-time favorite Pokemon, and I wanted to share with you guys. And also, if I am a little bit quieter, it's because something's wrong with the audio. I can't fix it, and also I'm recording this at 2:30 in the morning, so there's going to be a little bit of quietness when it comes to this audio, but I'll try to fix it within the next couple of videos. If not, I'm going to have to figure out what to do to fix it. But other than that, like I said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, and also don't forget to comment and subscribe. So this is White Boy for the win, and I'll catch you guys later.